Hello, guys. Welcome to the man of the match of the series of the tournament. Good morning, and I welcome you to the series where I started for. Wait a minute. Now it's clear. So basically, I started this series where I'm covering the book called The Art of Thinking Clearly. We have 100 chapters in this book. So I decided to cover up each chapter in one video so it can eventually almost comes near 100 videos where I can become comfortable in front of the camera. Yeah, so today we are on the chapter 10. Sorry, wait a second, I guess. So beginner mistakes. Sorry. It's chapter 11. So this chapter is called basically this chapter says about the availability bias. So what is an availability bias? So for you to make this understand, I have my personal story as well. uh, most of us, I guess, even you maybe traveled in flight, and I did for two times, only two times. Uh, So, everyone's first time flight experience, it will be very interesting and very fearful because, when you sit in the flight, until you get into the flight, you feel so much luxurious, and so the experience will be so good, and you feel very, very comfortable, very, very happy inside that excitement that you're sitting in a flight for the first time. You're going to travel in the clouds, sky, you're going to see much more better experience in that. But when Yeah. So once, I'm sorry, basically the song got played up. It's fine. This disruptions happens in between. Uh, when you want to grow, it's okay. It's normal, totally normal. Basically, what I'm trying to say you is that first time whenever you're trying to, you're experiencing the first time flight experience, uh, we feel very excited at the time until the flight gets started. So once your seatbelt is tied up and you yet to realize that the flight will be starting now, when the first announcement comes to you by the pilot that guys we are hey guys, good evening, we're gonna your flight is gonna take off now in the next 5 minutes. So that's where the real heart attack gets started. Your heartbeat gets very hyped up. It was my first feeling. I was literally praying for the god, first time when I saw that flight moving towards the takeoff. I saw that sound and everything, felt so, exhausting that I thought, oh yeah, I went, my life is completed. I was praying to the God that, bro, one time, please help me this one time getting out of this flight. Again, never I'll come to the flight. But you know what? Second time, again, I went to the flight in the same journey while returning to my home. So it happens like, but that experience, when in the moment of the takeoff, you will maybe it's a 1 minute, not even 1 minute, I guess it's 40 45 seconds, right? We take off. So that time, it's so your mind is full of thoughts of you see all the crashes, or you get all of these thoughts of flight getting crashed and all blah blah blah, all the stories at one time. So basically, this is called the availability bias. So I'll explain you the contrast as well. Uh, Statistically, if we see, uh, the more whenever we see a flight accident or flight plane crash in news channels or in newspapers, wherever it is, so our brain thinks that this is traveling in flight is so dangerous. But if we see statistically, we daily travel on roads. We live in metro cities, and we travel in. We have a lot of work. So as we go through office and whatever the work, every whatever the work that we do, mostly we have to travel through the roads, right? We have to travel through our vehicles or public transport. So when we are on road, if we see according to the stats, the chances of we getting and we meeting with an accident is much more higher on the roads than the flights, we traveling in flights. So, but we assume that when we are on roads we are safe, but when we are traveling for the flights, when we are traveling in flights, that's most risky thing. So this is called availability bias. Whatever we our brain don't think in reality. We think our brain thinks in the information which is easily available to us, easily remembered. That's the thing that we our brain is trained of. And I have asked and I have asked the question to myself that, like, what made us humans to develop this availability bias in our heads? What is the evolution perspective? So when I got deep into this, I understood that deep 100 years, I mean maybe 1 lakh years ago, when we were in used to live as a early human beings in the forest, that time we used to stay in groups, right? So wherever we used to go in groups to hunt or whatever, for the whatever things it is. When we used to go to the certain place, if suppose in that particular place suddenly a tiger came and killed one of our people or injured some of our people. So at that time, our our people, our brains used to think that this particular place is dangerous. We should not go because there's a tiger. But maybe we don't know. It was a coincidence because at that particular day that happened. Maybe the tiger came in that way. It doesn't mean that the tiger gonna stay there itself. But but our what if yeah, I'm back. So the phone fell off, bro. Actually, yeah. So maybe we were in the forest, right, where the tiger tiger injured our people. So our brain thinks that if we go to that place, we're gonna again the tiger. There's a danger in that particular place. If we go there again, we may get into the danger. But that doesn't mean that the tiger gonna stay there forever. No, maybe the tiger has came there for some multiple reasons. There are multiple reasons. That was a coincidence. But that particular thinking where our brains are where that particular thinking, as I said, the availability bias, where if we go to that particular place, we may get into the dangers. This particular thought, this particular mental pattern has helped our humans to survive this many years, to evolve. So this now has stored in our brains, and that's where we think now, even today. If we come to the general example again, if we make it easy, today we see many people investing in stocks because listen to some people that stock market has made people this much billionaires. Stock market has this guy so make rich to become rich. Maybe that's true. That actually true. But if we see the statistics wise, most there are many houses, many families went, "Arey fuck man, yeah, man." Sorry, it's again interruption. So wherever. So when we see some people, some of the YouTube videos today, these days there are a lot of frustrating stuff. I will not use bad words very much. I'll try to keep. There are a lot of stupid stuff in the social media where we see, alright, this stock market has made people rich. But when we see those things, we really believe that stock market makes rich. But if we see statistically, there are we find lot of families who went bankrupt, and many people did suicides because of the stock market. They have lost a lot of money in that. So it's even today, sorry guys, the video has gone. My will has a video going to go. Video on Sorry, we'll come back again. I'll we don't have yeah, we were near the stock market. అమ్మా ఫాల్తుగా ఎప్పుడు గల్లి మొత్తం ఏం దయ్యం నక్కలు సౌండ్ చేస్తుంది మొత్తం కొడుకుని బయట సరే సో లీవ్ ఇట్స్ a distraction and today a lot of distractions are coming in. Let's focus on the work. So basically what I was trying to say is that yeah guys, finally we have come with a video where after much of distractions, basically what I was trying to say is that this is called as an availability bias. Availability bias is nothing but where we see that in commonly in the stock markets, where people try to tend to believe that investing in stock markets can make you rich, but eventually, if you see the stats, the probability of you losing your money is higher because that's what the past statistic says. Because no one can predict what can happen. 90% of the businesses gets failed. 90% of the businesses in 3 years gets failed, get closed, gets bankrupted. So so if we take another example as well, we see the people in the gambling market, where actually the gambling market works because of this availability bias. Because we see somewhere in the news that some 20-year-old guy, 25-year-old guy, or 60-year-old guy bought a 100 rupees lottery and won or 2 crore, or 3 crore, 4 crore, 10 crore. So, and we see and we get inspired. And my father, basically, my father is a said me this. Sorry, should never do jokes on your parents. Remember, but fact is a fact. Fact is a fact. Fact is a fact. Fact is a fact. So what the fact I was trying to say is that my father believes in the lotteries. I believe in facts. I am only science student. So science, believe in science. Statistics says that lottery is most probably you're gonna lose. And the casino, casino market runs in that way. If uh, as long as you play, you may win higher amount. You may win. First time when you win, I'll explain you. In casino, how is this works? Is the probability of you winning will be getting decreased as many times as you play. Matlab, basically the for suppose if you play only for one time, if you play only one time, your probability of winning is higher. But if you are playing for 10 games, the more longer you play, the probability of your winning is that much lower. So it's basically you losing the game is directly proportional to you playing the number of games. The more number of games you play, the better chances that you're losing. The most probably that you're going to lose. So this works in that way. So, but we get inspired to all this stuff, all this stupid stuff because we see someone you know, getting rich or earning more money, and we that particular image is put in our head, and we think in that way. So this is called availability bias. The market doing so much of this, so all this lucky draw, all this probability. I mean, all this stupid stock market, gambles and gambling, all this stuff. You know, runs on this particular mental model that is called the availability bias. So, in order to get rid of this, you just need to focus on the statistics. We have the subject. Focus on that. It's the reality. Take the probability. Arey, bro. Getting reels today. Disturbance. Inta mandina. Disturbance. Okay. So this is called the probability. Sorry, this is called the availability bias. So in order to get rid of this, you need to focus on the statistics and try to try to listen, try to consume the content that you think that is wrong. That means what I'm trying to say is listen this, listen carefully. If you think, if you believe something is positive, now you only see only one side of the picture or one side of the coin, and you believe that it is the truth. So what I suggest you is that to see the entire picture of the picture. See two sides, positive, negative, then you will yet to realize that bro, this is all bullshit, whatever you were thinking. Or a small example, one last example. You see Instagram, any social media app you today watch, you see some content. For suppose I've suddenly liked the some traveling vlog, traveling video, and I like it. And after two reels, I get the same traveling video. After three videos, I get the same traveling video. And once I close the app and I open the app, again I get the traveling videos. And if I keep on liking the traveling videos, I get all the traveling content. This is, and when you see this traveling content, you think that everyone is traveling. Everyone in the world is traveling. So this is the part of the availability bias. Whatever you see, whatever you most regularly see, you believe that it's true, but it's not actually. There's something different going on in the life. It's something, reality is something different. So when you see, when you understand it, you laugh at it. You laugh at yourself, you laugh at your theories that you used to believe, you laugh at your preconceived notions. So don't think why is this shining light coming in between, because there's a mirror put there. నేను ఇప్పుడే చూస్తున్నాను యాక్చువల్లీ నా ముఖం కొడుతుంది లైటింగ్. సో ఇదంతా చుమక్ కొడుతుంది అంతా. Okay, it's fine, we completed the video finally. So this is the end of the availability bias. If we sum it up, availability bias is nothing but you see the available information as true, and you seek that you tend to believe that this available information as true. అరే నీ అమ్మ మళ్ళీ పడిపోతుంది లాస్ట్ వీడియో ఐ క్యాచ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. So basically that's called the availability bias. Availability bias is nothing but you think that whatever the information that you see as true, I mean the rare instances you believe as true, because you most probably have the availability bias in your head. That's it, bro. I tried a lot of, given a lot of hard work. Even after this, so many disruptions. Distractions. Never get distracted. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you're gonna make something big. Make something good. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడే ఒక మోటివేషనల్ వీడియో చూసి నేను సీదా వీడియో వేయడం స్టార్ట్ చేసిన. Okay, I'll speak English. It's fine. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye, Jane. Goodbye. Tata. Bye. Ew.